In today's video, we're going to look at how to protect access to your OpenClaw agent with Teleport. OpenClaw, as I'm sure you know already, is essentially this personal AI agent that you can deploy and run on your own devices or your own rented cloud server. And it exposes a browser-based localhost web interface so you can chat with it. And even after its 2 name changes, it has racked up over 160,000 stars on GitHub and hundreds of thousands of instances have been deployed. But if you deploy it on a server where you don't have a display, you won't be able to access the web interface. You can pair it with Telegram, Slack, or another chat interface, but you'll miss out on the other administrative features that the web interface allows you to easily manage. Now, you can set up a local SSH tunnel to the gateway, which is kind of annoying, but hey, it's a better option than the over 21,000 instances out there that have unfortunately chosen to run it publicly instead. Don't do that. In this video, I thought it'd be fun to show you how you can not only lock down private access to this web interface using Teleport, but how you can secure the OpenClaw server access as well. In addition to Teleport supporting enterprise accommodations, Teleport Community Edition can be deployed in your home lab, a cloud server, your Kubernetes cluster, wherever, to protect access to your private infrastructure. I have a link below that will walk you through how to set that up if you're interested. And of course, if you want to demo our cloud-hosted enterprise version, you can also spin up a 14-day free trial in minutes. But remember, while Teleport will protect access to your infrastructure, what else you do with OpenClaw is your responsibility. Integrate wisely. So for this video, here's the simple 3-step plan. First, we'll set up a server to host OpenClaw. Second, we'll install and configure OpenClaw. And then third, we'll protect and provide secure access to it with Teleport. And if you already have a server or have OpenClaw set up already, timestamps will be below for you to jump ahead as needed. I've also created a written guide to follow along with code snippets and all. Link below to that. And finally, last thing, if you're already familiar with Teleport and you're thinking, couldn't I technically give OpenClaw access to my Teleport protected resources in a way that's enforced strictly with RBAC and proper auditing? To which I say, yes, you can. And I'll show you how to do that in the next video that will be coming out soon. So first, let's deploy a server. Now you can host OpenClaw anywhere, in your home lab, on a mini PC, a Raspberry Pi, a Mac Mini, wherever. That's what I've done outside of this tutorial. In fact, you'll see I have all my personal home lab applications protected and accessible through the Teleport proxy, which I can access from anywhere without exposing any inbound ports to the public. But for demonstration purposes today, I'll use an AWS EC2 instance, which many have done in lieu of the free tier access that AWS gives new customers. Whatever else you choose, whether it's DigitalOcean or Linode or something similar, it'll essentially be the same steps. So go ahead and log into AWS, click on EC2, and launch instance. Let's name this OpenClaw. Let's choose Ubuntu as the distribution. And for instance type, we want to choose something that's free tier, but big enough to run this. And I think the biggest we're going to get is the T3 small, and that'll work. Next, select your key pair, or create a key pair if you don't have one. And then for network settings, you want to make sure your VPC has an internet gateway so it can reach out to the public internet. And I'm going to make sure it auto-assigns a public IP. For security group, you can select an existing one. I'm just going to create a new one with a rule to allow SSH traffic from, and you can put your IP. I'm going to leave it anywhere for this demo. And with all of that set up, we can go ahead and launch this instance. Next, we want to connect to this instance. So choose it, click on connect. Now you can just choose EC2 Instance Connect, though I think it glitches a little bit when you have these interactive configurations, but I'm going to go to SSH client and just run it in my own terminal. And to do this, you got to make sure you have that AWS key pair somewhere on your computer. So copy this command, open a terminal, and we're going to SSH into this instance. Next, open your browser and type in openclaw.ai. And on the front page, there will be an install script. It's as simple as copying it and running it on your OpenClaw server. So I'm just going to paste it here and run this, and I think it takes probably 2 to 3 minutes. Once that's complete, you'll go through this configuration, so I understand this is inherently risky. Yes. You can choose Quick Start, and then you'll choose your model or auth provider. I'm going to select Anthropic, and I have a subscription, so Anthropic token. And here I'm just going to paste the token that's generated with this Claude setup token command. And for the model, I'll just keep it default. I'm not going to set up a channel at this point, so skip for now. No skills either, choose no. and it's going to install the gateway service, and I'm going to hatch the bot later. And yes, I'll enable bash shell completion. And that's it, onboarding complete. Use the tokenized dashboard link above to control OpenClaw. So you'll see up here, there's a link to the dashboard, which has this token on it. But we can't access it because we're on a server, but that's okay because we're gonna enroll this as an application in Teleport. So one last thing is you're gonna need to source or refresh your bash RC. So if you do OpenClaw now, try to run that command, you can't find it. So make sure you run source bash RC to apply these changes, and now you should be able to use that command. We're gonna use it in a minute. So from here, let's go to your Teleport cluster. I'm gonna log into mine and choose Enroll New Resources. Now here, I can enroll this as a web application or as a server. So I can click on web application and follow these steps and enroll it as a web application. But I actually wanna set up server access and application access. So I'm gonna close this, search for Ubuntu, and go to the server setup. I'm gonna skip adding labels for this demo. And here, to enroll this as a server, you just copy this command and run it on your OpenClaw server. And that'll deploy the Teleport agent. But like I said, we also wanna give it app capabilities. So in this URL, there's a join token. This join token ends in 131. So I'm actually gonna go to Zero Trust Access, click on join tokens, open it in a new tab, find that, so 131, edit it, and add the app role as well. That way it can function as an SSH service and as an application service. Select Edit Join Token, go back to my install script, copy it, and I can run it on my OpenClaw server. So let's paste that in and run it to install the Teleport agent. Once that's complete, you should be able to go back to your cluster, refresh, and you'll see your server here enrolled in Teleport. So to SSH into that server, I can go to Connect, Ubuntu, because that's my user, and SSH into it right here from Teleport. But like I said, we also want application access. And to do that, we need to edit the Teleport configuration. And that's found in etc teleport.yaml. Here we have our SSH service enabled. So right under that, we'll add the application service. And if you go to Google and type in Teleport configuration, you'll find this Teleport configuration reference guide. You can find application service, and all of the parameters are found here. So I need app service, enable true, and then I can start adding my apps. So app service, enabled, and I'll just put yes, because that's what everything else is doing here. Add apps, and we'll add here our OpenClaw app. So to do that, looking at our configuration, we need a name and a URI. So I'll give it a name of, let's just do OpenClaw. And then for URI, it's going to be localhost. So HTTP 127.0.0.1. And we need a port. So OpenClaw port in the getting started guide is 18789. That's the port to that control UI, 18789. And that's it. So we've enabled app service and we've added OpenClaw as an app. So let's save it. And I'm just going to reboot Teleport. So sudo systemctl restart Teleport. And of course, that's going to disconnect us while the application restarts. And now you should be able to refresh and see your OpenClaw application. So you have your server here as an SSH server, and you have your OpenClaw application. So let's click Launch. And these applications act as wildcards. So whatever your domain is, your Teleport domain, it's going to be registered as your app.yourdomain. And that's what you see here. So if I try to visit that, so let me log out of Teleport, and let me try to visit that as if it was a public site. I can't do it. It takes me back to the Teleport proxy. You cannot access this app outside of accessing the proxy itself. So I'll log back in, and you see we get an error. Origin not allowed. Open the control UI from the gateway host or allow it in the configuration. So we do need to allow this as an allowed origin. And that's found in the OpenClaw configuration. So cd into .openclaw, and then edit the openclaw.json file. And in the gateway section, we just need to add allowed origins. So control UI and allowed origins. And here we're going to put the full URL of our application. Once that's added, just save it. And then do an OpenClaw gateway restart. And back in our teleport UI, open up the OpenClaw app again. And you should see another error, unauthorized gateway token missing. Now remember, when we set up OpenClaw, it gave us an internal URL with this token added to it. So we need to add the token to this URL one time so that we can pair it with OpenClaw. So again, in that OpenClaw JSON file, there's this auth token. Grab that and append it to your URL. So here I'm going to just put a question mark token equals in my token. And as soon as I do this, it's going to tell me, hey, you need to pair it with OpenClaw. So pairing required. And if you go to the OpenClaw app, type in pairing, you'll see there's DM pairing. So if you want to pair with Telegram or some kind of chat app, and there's node pairing. So you can run this OpenClaw devices list to see what's available to pair. So let's run that. And you'll see we have a pending request for this device. So copy this request ID. And then we need to run OpenClaw devices approve with that request ID. Devices approve, request ID. And that will approve this device to work with OpenClaw. And now when we need to access the dashboard from Teleport, we just click Launch, and we should get the green light. Yep. And many people prefer to at least have access to this because of all of the options it gives you. So you have your config here, displayed in a more friendly way than a long JSON file. You can see your cron jobs, your agent skills, you can debug, things like that. But most importantly, you can chat. See if it works. And this is where you actually hatch your bot. Introduce yourself, name your OpenClaw agent. It'll get some personal information from you and all that other semi-creepy stuff. And at this point, to further harden your server, you could remove SSH access from your security group. Teleport will still be able to access it, but that's up to you. If you have any further questions about this tutorial, leave them below or jump into our community Slack channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.